Short questions and answers from carbohydrates and monosaccharides. Carbohydrates. 1. What are carbohydrates? Organic compounds that are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones, or their derivatives, which hydrolyze into such compounds. 2. What is the literal meaning of the term carbohydrate? Hydrates of carbon, meaning carbon associated with water. 3. What is the general formula for carbohydrates? CnH2O(N). 4. Give an example of a carbohydrate that follows the general formula. Glucose, C6H12O6. 5. Why is the general formula not always applicable to carbohydrates? Compounds like lactic acid, C3H6O3, and acetic acid, C2H4O2, are not carbohydrates, but some carbohydrates like ribose, C6H12O5, and deoxyribose, C5H10O4, deviate from the formula. 6. What is the modern definition of carbohydrates? Organic compounds that are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones or their derivatives, which upon hydrolysis produce these compounds. 7. How are carbohydrates classified? Based on the number of saccharide units into monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. 8. What are saccharide? Carbohydrates, also known as sugars, derived from the Greek word saccharin. Monosaccharides. 9. What are monosaccharides? Simplest carbohydrates that are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. 10. What is the general formula of monosaccharides? CnH2O, where N ranges from 3 to 7. 11. How many carbon atoms are present in monosaccharides? From 3 to 7 carbon atoms. 12. What functional groups are present in monosaccharides? Aldehyde or ketone groups along with hydroxyl O groups. 13. What are aldoses and ketoses? Aldoses. Monosaccharides with an aldehyde group. Ketoses. Monosaccharides with a ketone group. 14. How are monosaccharides classified based on the number of carbon atoms? Trioses, 3C. Tetroses, 4C. Pentoses, 5C. Hexoses, 6C. Heptoses, 7C. 15. Give examples of monosaccharides with their functions. Trioses. Glyceraldehyde, intermediate in photosynthesis. Pentoses. Ribose, RNA component. Hexoses. Glucose, respiratory fuel. 16. Why are monosaccharides highly soluble in water? Due to multiple hydroxyl groups that form hydrogen bonds with water molecules. 17. Why are monosaccharides called reducing sugars? They reduce other compounds by donating electrons from their free aldehydic or ketonic groups. 18. What is stereoisomerism in monosaccharides? It is the existence of different spatial arrangements of hydroxyl and hydrogen groups on asymmetric carbons. 19. What are the two structural forms of monosaccharides? Open chain, acyclic structure. Ring, cyclic structure. 20. What are the types of ring structures in monosaccharides? Furanose. 5-cornered ring with 1 carbon atoms. Pyranose. 6-cornered ring with 1 oxygen and 5 carbon atoms. 21. Which monosaccharides form furanose and pyranose structures? Furanose. All pentoses and ketohexoses. Pyranose. Only aldohexoses. 22. How does glucose form a pyranose structure in water? The oxygen atom from the aldehyde group reacts with the C5 carbon to form a 6-membered ring, glucopyranose. 23. How does ribose form a furanose structure in water? The oxygen atom from the aldehyde group reacts with the C4 carbon to form a 5-membered ring, ribofuranose. 24. What happens to the O group during ring formation? It shifts to the first carbon, C1, during the reaction. 25. Why are monosaccharides sweet in taste? The hydroxyl groups interact with sweet taste receptors on the